Okay, so before we tie this together and finish this off, I want to show you, if you've been following along so far, and depending on how much you've mixed, but as far as I've gone, I've got that many paints ready to go next time, as well as 2 metallics and a brown wash and an undercoat. So if you think about how much we've used of, or how much I've used of the original, I mean, I could do this for years, basically. Maybe medium is probably the stuff I'll run out of first before colors, but again, I can use these colors to mix other colors. So, you know, it's wonderful. So now we're going to tie this guy together so you guys can decide if it's actually worth going to all this trouble to do this. I'm going to try, my camera's not the best for this, but try and zoom in. Come on. There we go. So this is what we have right now. It's all blocky, they're blocked in. There's some mistakes where I've gone over lines a little bit. Because again, I'm a shit painter. Some things are not, some of the details don't pop like you'd like them to, and all that good stuff. For example, here under, I'd like this to be more delineated. There's some other stuff. So, what we're going to do, once the cops are done going by, get them cops! We're going to use the wash medium, which is, let's zero out so you can see. Here we go. There's the Pro Acryl Glaze and Wash Medium. They have a new one that I haven't tried yet, but I might get. So, and I'm going to make a batch of this stuff, so let's add some more. Because this is stuff I use a lot. Now, what we want from this, the aim of this is the black overwash has got to pull and be black, but not settle in puddles on other stuff. So let's go. What we're going to do, I'm going to use black ink. There we go. Oh, cups are coming for me again. So there we go. We have a very smooth medium that is black. Now to make it flow better, because it's acrylic and water based, I'm going to add quite a bit of water, but not too much. Again, if you add too much, it breaks the medium. But you want it to pour, you want it to flow. Alright, that was about as thin as I dare. You gotta really push the edge of this because it doesn't look so, you know what I mean? It doesn't look like it's breaking up. See how that's still kind of smooth? It's not. So let's try it. And let's be brave and be bold and actually try it on the model. And break it or not, or make it look better. So, yeah. Come on, camera, do your job. There we go. Now, here's the thing. So, don't just slap it on everywhere, which, I mean, you can do depending on what model you painted, but try it. So, let's try it first. Here at the bottom. Then you've got to push it around and off of some things and back onto others. Now if that's too dark, what you can do, there you go. So we definitely need more water. What I did there was I squirted water on my palette and just brushed water over it. because I saw that that was getting way too black on the yellow there. There we go. So now I'm painting it with water, if you can see. So, but you can see those details are popping now because it's kind of black line in it. I'm going to mix some more water in here. I know I said it's shit, but actually what I'm going to do is get another cup. Let's go back out. So you saw how that went on, and it was sitting too black, if you see what I mean. So I'm going to put some of that in here. And I'm going to add about that much more water. So I did about 50-50 of what I had. This is why it's called alchemy. You don't always get it right, but you got to know how to save it. Or at least try to. So that's my too much black ink. Which, for this model, it's too much. Doesn't mean for the next one it will be. Alright. Now, let's see how this sits. There we go. See that? Oh. That is what you want. See how when you put that on, that's what you're looking for. This is the consistency we are looking for. You see how that makes things pop without darkening them too much? And again, it's all on your, what your own personal taste is. But this, for me, is where... Because what you are doing is, you are setting yourself up for highlights and easy highlighting. And you can push the shadows around when it's like this. I think those are supposed to be seals, so I should paint those when I'm done. So you can see here, this is just the way to go. How it doesn't screw up the yellow as much. Sits in there, brings out all kinds of details. Then you can just wick that away. So I don't know if you remember when I was talking about the blue of the cape, but now we can have that. And you just use your paintbrush to get the shadows. The other nice thing about, having it like this is you can do multiple layers. So let's pull it in here. Pull it down there. And it will just run down. And you can see, for example, here, how that's black lining around the yellow, making it look nice. Up here. And the ruff on the back of his head. Now I just put too much on its head, but that's fine, because we've got the highlight color right here. We can go back. So there we go. I'm going to let that dry, and then we'll see how it turns out when everything's run and evaporated and done. Okay, so the black ink has dried on the model, and you'll see it's darkened it up quite a bit. Now, half of that is my fault. I mixed the ink. It didn't flow enough when I first started. So, but on the upside, there's always a silver lining. I can demonstrate that when you come back to the model. So this is, I mean, you can put this on the table. Nothing wrong with that. Just base it up and you're good. But it's not as good as it could be, obviously. So the nice thing is we've got all the colors we need. to go in and tip everything over, to go in and highlight that up again, which I'm going to do now. So for example, we get some of this red here, and you got to kind of imagine where your light source is coming from. For me, it's always like in front and then above. So basically, if I can't see it, the light isn't hitting it. And all you do is go in and hit highlights and knock everything over. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then we'll come back and look at him. And the black axe, kind of like the brown did on the first go round. And all you need to do is hit the highlights, the bits of sticky uppy, to bring those up. And I'm going to, so that's the red. I'm going to hit it with the colors. Obviously the big one is going to be, let's do his bald head on camera still, so you can see I'm not a liar. That's a whole different model you've painted, it doesn't look the same. Flare, put some flesh on my palette. And because they're opaque, it's nice to be able to blend them in. And again, you know, I'm coming in from above where the light would be hitting. And this is the kind of thing I do. After I painted the whole unit, I come back and pick out models. Normally they're not this dark. As I say, I kind of screwed up with the black ink mixture, but that's fine because it gives you a nice palette to come in and do this kind of thing with. And it's easy, there's very little painting skill. I'm not being a skillful painter, it's just the method that I use. And it's called, you know, let the model paint itself, basically. So there's that. Let's get some blue. Bring that up. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to, well, let's do one more on camera so you don't think I'm a liar when it's done. As bad as on YouTube, lying to the populace. Right, the light's coming in from the top, so and you can get away with, I mean, you can dry brush this too if you prefer. A lot of times I do. Again, depending on the model. But doing it like this, I find, you know, I just like it. This is the part where I do cheat a little. Because, as I said earlier, metallics are a big pain in the butt. So I'm actually going to use, until I figure out how to do really good metallic paints, I'm actually going to use some metallics on this. And also let us compare the metallics we mixed to the metallics out of a bottle. And it's subtle, but it is a difference. And I need to paint these seals too. I'll just go in where the light will be hitting it. And I'm just dragging this over the surfaces where the light would hit. I'm not actually painting. Whatever painting is. And also don't dig in there and go over the black lining that's formed. You want to just bring out, you want to hit points where the light will be shining. Kind of like that. I nearly forgot these arm bits. So you can see, you know, a metallic wasn't bad compared to the expensive metallic, there isn't much of a difference. Oh. Highlighting here. I'll go and do his board head one more time. So there's that. Now, the thing that isn't really standing out very well is his beard. So, in old Warhammer fashion, I'm going to put some Slayer orange on his beard. So there we go. There's our dude painted up using Alchemy. Now, it took a while for a couple of reasons. One is I had to mix every single paint, which is fine. That's part of the joy of it. Also done for this tutorial of how I do it. The other reason being is I got the black wash kind of screwed. So, but that's fine. Everything is savable. Just go back and, highlight the bits. If it gets too dark, highlight it. But that's definitely table quality. Won't win any awards, but I wouldn't feel embarrassed putting him on the table. And that's it. Basically, and I paint the way that I want to instead of monkey see, monkey do. I like it, and it's fun. Try it. Thank you very much for watching these.
Like and subscribe, or the Inquisition will come pay you a little visit.